What's going on, guys? Today I want to make a quick video discussing how my in the money call option got exercised. As you can see here, I've been testing around with the poor man's covered call investing strategy. I did this a couple weeks ago. I bought the in the money call option, I believe it was 6 weeks ago, and until the expiration date of last week, I sold, I think it was like 5 or 6 covered calls, weekly covered calls. Um, I can't remember exactly what the cost was for this option. Yeah, it's hard to really tell. But pretty much what I did by selling the weekly covered calls, like I said, I thought it was like 5 or 6 weekly covered calls, and that pretty much just lowered my cost basis for the in the money call option. And pretty much at the expiration of 12/31, if your option is in the money, your brokerage typically is going to automatically exercise that contract. So I was pretty much assigned 100 shares of Amazon. So I wasn't really expecting this. I used the TD Ameritrade paper money account for training purposes, and I kind of forgot about it. And then I woke up, I think Saturday or Sunday. I was just looking at different accounts and stuff, and I saw that I was assigned 100 shares of Amazon. So I was like, wow, I didn't really expect that. But now I'm pretty much just going to either sell those shares to get the capital back, or I could sell weekly covered calls since I now have 100 shares of Amazon. So I'll jump over here to the Thinkorswim platform real quick and show you guys pretty much what happened. So you can see here I bought a $3,000 call. So someone sold a $3,000 call, and pretty much I'm sitting pretty good as far as my cost basis and what it currently is worth. So $25,000 difference there. So not too bad. So pretty much what I can do now is start selling weekly covered calls like I've shown previously in other videos. If this loads here, let's see. Okay, so a lot of different option sellers, they do further out expiration dates, which is great, and that means you're just going to get more premium up front. But I technically prefer shorter expiration dates, just because if the market does go down a significant amount, if you have a long call option out here, like you're either going to have to buy back that call option to get out of that position in order to sell your shares. So I like to typically keep it to 1 or 2 weeks at the top there. So let's just go ahead and see kind of like what some of the premiums are looking like right now for Amazon. I know this is kind of crazy. Like, a lot of people don't have $300,000 sitting around, and they're not typically running the wheel on Amazon. So bear with me here. This is definitely scalable to any type of stock you want to do, but definitely be sure you're willing to hold that stock long term if you're running the wheel strategy on it. So let's just pick up pretty far out of the money here. So it currently is at 32.50. So the implied volatility this week, currently at the current price, is 34%, and there is a movement of plus 112 or minus 112. So let's just go a little bit outside of that. So let's just be a little bit more conservative, maybe 150. So we're probably get a little closer to the $3,400 mark here. Okay, so as you can see here, I believe this is our delta. Yeah, our delta would be around a 15 delta. A 10 to 15 delta is typically what I like to aim for when selling weekly covered calls. You definitely could be more conservative if you want to go less than 10, but this is a pretty good ballpark for me, but definitely I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before doing these types of trades. But this is technically what I do for my positions. So let's see here. Let's just so we could sell the $3,400 call and make $1,000 in premium. Not too bad. So let's just go ahead and select that just so you guys can see it a little bit more clear. So I'm selling the Amzn weekly January 8th, 2021, $3,400 call for 1020 or 1,020. So let's review that. Okay. So cool. So we're pretty much going to make $1,000 this week by selling this weekly covered call. Really cool there. So let's just see what $1,000 on a $300,000 investment. It's not much, but it is a third of 1%. So if you do that times 52 weeks, obviously you're not going to be perfect every week, but that's an additional 17%. 17%. I don't think you guys can see that. If you were able to successfully get a third of a percent every week. So you're pretty much making a growth stock into a dividend stock, which is really, really cool. Obviously, option premium is not the same as dividend income because you are taxed at the ordinary income tax, whereas, a qualified dividend would be at the long-term capital gain tax, which is definitely better for most people. But still, I mean, you're turning a growth stock into a dividend stock, which is really, really cool in my opinion. So that's pretty much it for this video. Just discussing how I got assigned 100 shares of Amzn when doing the poor man's covered call. Pretty much what I did, like I mentioned earlier, I bought a deep in the money call option. I think it was like 6 weeks out, and then I sold 5 or 6 weekly covered calls to lower my cost basis. And then the options actually did get assigned at expiration because I didn't close it out early, which is fine. But that's pretty much it for that. I'm really starting to test out this poor man coverage call a little bit more. I am going to make a series on it, just pretty much documenting. I'm going to pick a stock or an ETF and just pretty much document it over 4 or 5 weeks, just to keep track of whether it was a good play or not, and just keep track of the weekly income and pretty much all that goes into that type of strategy. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them below, and feel free to hit that like button if this video provided any value today. Also, any suggestions are greatly appreciated below. And as always, thanks for watching.